Greetings and salutations, folks. Welcome back to Chicken Police, Painted Red. It was a bum deal, a suspension and a holiday. But Sonny Featherland knew better than to argue with the chief. When suddenly, an invitation came his way, an opportunity. And then there was a name that was dropped. His missing wife. He has not seen for years. Dropped by the girlfriend of the notorious gangster Ibn Wessler. She had a deal for him. A job. One job to reunite the Chicken Police. One more time. But is she playing him straight? Or is there something else going on? I'm expecting. So, Natasha Katsenko, last time, gave us a key to probably her weekend home, I would imagine. And I'm with the expectation that she has something for the Chicken Police. My expectation, based on my knowledge of the genre, is that once you get to her weekend home, either it's going to be empty and you're going to be ambushed. You're going to get there and she's going to be dead. Like one of those two things. But for now, let's see if we can talk to anybody at the SAR while we're still here. Most notably, Olivia, who is no longer with Ibn Wessler, and apparently, Marty McChicken knows Olivia.
Oh, it's you. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Look, we really don't want to dig into your personal life, but...
But what exactly is my relationship with Mr. Wessler? And how close am I to him?
You don't beat around the bush, ma'am.
Well, actually, I remember.
I don't have time to chit-chat, Mr. Featherland. So yes, I'm not one to beat around the bush. And no, I'm not sleeping with Mr. Wessler.
Well, thanks for the quick and straight answer.
Anything else?
Oh. It looks like we can interrogate Olivia. Olivia. Oh, never mind. Just ask her questions. Tell me about the SAR Club.
Do you come here often, Olivia?
No, not really.
Well, okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, that wasn't much of a line of questioning. Tell me about Ibn Wessler.
You know, Ibn's not as ferocious as you'd think. On the contrary, he's become very different recently.
I've heard that.
Don't you find that weird?
Not quite
A sudden
the
change
same.
of heart?
Sometimes an animal just has enough. Fed up and wants a change. I deeply respect that.
Well, thank you for your honesty, ma'am.
What about Natasha Kitsenko?
What's your relationship with Miss Natasha Katsenko?
We've talked a bit, that's all.
There's no tension between you? You know, the pretty secretary.
Well, thank you for your compliment, Mr. Featherland. No, no tension. Natasha's an intelligent woman. I respect her.
Is that mutual?
That I can't tell.
What about this weekend house?
If I'm not mistaken, Natasha has a weekend house in Flowerville.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell me anything about it?
I've never been there. Allegedly, it's beautiful. Elegant and luxurious. Just like Natasha herself.
All right.
Wessler's secretary.
Olivia Blackwig. You think she knows anything useful?
It's
No.
worth a try, Marty, but let me do the talking. She's not very fond of you.
What can I say? You know, back in the day, I flew from tree to tree. I was a free bird. Maybe I was playing her a bit.
Henchman?
Excuse me, pal. My name is Santino Featherland.
Gabriel, what do you want? Chickens.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Wessler went?
Do you take me for a fool? Get out of here while I'm in a good mood, birds.
Okay. Thanks, big boy.
I am definitely not one scene character. You will see me again many times.
Creepy little squirrel girl.
What have you got against squirrel girls there, Marty?
So, have you talked to Natasha?
I have.
In fact, yes. She was, kind of mysterious.
I bet she was. You know, I've never abandoned a case before. Not voluntarily, anyway. But that woman...
You're, too old for this shit, huh?
As you say, pal.
That's exactly how I felt, too.
I mean,
Before
clearly
you leave,
by how you
take
adjusted your
this
tie.
And examine it closely.
What is it?
The reason I've decided all of this is not worth it for me.
Wow, that sounds encouraging.
Take care of yourselves, guys.
Is it an empty wallet?
This case, maybe it goes deeper than you'd think.
Oh, that makes my feathers stand on end.
Ah, old croakers. You're safe while I'm here. Okay, I didn't say anything.
We stepped into it, didn't we?
What is that?
We stepped into it, didn't we?
No, really, what am I looking
All
at?
that's furry. What kind of a list is this?
Exactly. I have no idea, but I don't even want to find out.
Those names, all top dogs. Maybe they play cards together.
Sure, that's very likely. Anyway, I pried this list out of a dead man's hand. Somebody dropped him outside the forest, a few miles from the Wessler residence.
I should have known she was keeping secrets.
Keeping secrets? She's the secret herself.
Thanks, Filmar. This could be important.
Don't thank me. Maybe I've just signed your death warrant.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh,
Well,
shut up, Marty.
I can tell you, unless Chicken Police 2 is a prequel, they survive until Chicken Police, the sequel. Oh, we're not ready to travel yet. What do we want to look at? The clues. I only recognized a few names in the list Filmar shoved into my hand, but all of them belong to the respected elite of Clawville. It could be a wedding roster, but I doubt that's the case.
Hey, Big Nose, where did Mr. Wessler go?
Unfortunately, I don't know, Big Face. But I wouldn't tell you even if I did. Really?
Say, did anyone ever tell you that you're an irritating piece of
Anything else, dear sirs?
Oh, just treating the staff like crap? That's gonna get you some answers. Okay, so there's the weekend house, there's Hop Dog. But I doubt would there be anything new for me to do in any of these places?
I don't know, Sonny. What exactly are we doing here?
Let's hope we can learn something about Natasha and Ibn by sniffing around before we visit.
Learn something from Phyllis and Roy?
Well, I wasn't exactly thinking about them.
Yeah, figures.
How's it going tonight, boys?
Uneventful so far, Sonny. But now that you're rolling together again, I suppose we'll have some excitement to look forward to.
What do you mean?
Are you kidding? Last time you shot up a theater, and if I remember correctly, each other.
That was a complicated evening.
Aye, sure. Complicated.
Should we talk to some people in here? Maybe Monica?
Guess who we met today? In person, Mon.
King Hector III?
Close.
Even better. The one who commands the king.
Wait a minute. Hobart Wessler?
Damn right. Hobart Ibn Wessler in the flesh.
Wow. And you're still alive. That's quite an accomplishment.
But seriously, have you heard that he wants to get out of the black market business? Allegedly, he's trying to clear his name with some kind of new meat substitute.
His name's gonna be rather difficult to clear.
It's a
He's got a lot of
heroic
red on his
impossible
ledger,
venture.
so to speak.
I haven't heard about it, but it's an interesting addition to what I know.
Which is?
Ibn's been acting very strange lately, and he left most of his business dealings to one of his goons, Mickey. Also known as the Butcher, the Mongrel, and the Slayer.
Yeah, we once had the pleasure of meeting him.
That's all I know, boys. I know it's not very much, but it's something, I guess. I'll keep my ears open.
Thanks, Mon.
Can you tell me about this strange list of names? Like, is there any, like, corresponding elements?
Listen, Mon, a reliable old friend shoved this into my hand. Could you take a quick glance at it?
Quite an imposing list. What could those numbers mean? It could be a date even, but no. This is something else.
That's what we were thinking too, and we got nowhere. But you see a lot of documents. So, is there anything familiar about this?
Unfortunately not, boys. The names are imposing indeed, but based on this, it could be
You
almost
see lots
anything.
of
The
documents.
richest of the rich get together on all kinds of
This is a
pieces.
document.
Huh, it must be a
It
secret
must be
cult.
related.
It could be, of course, but also anything else. I'm sorry I couldn't help you more.
Ah, don't mention it, Mon. Thanks for your time.
Or, wait a minute. There is something.
Stop teasing us, Mon.
I'm sure you've noticed that all the names on the list are men, right?
Yeah, of course we noticed.
Thanks for the observation, Monica.
I still haven't
Don't
really been
mention
able
it.
to look at the
I'm
list
just a
because I can't
receptionist.
zoom in on it. Tell me about Natasha Katsenko.
We saw a pretty good show at the Tsar Club tonight.
Good for you, I guess. Natasha?
Natasha. She performed her new song. She also sang about why she called us there. Or rather, me.
And?
That's confidential, Dollface. Anyway, I can't help wondering about that woman. Her past is a mystery, and I couldn't draw much out of her in person either.
Women like her always have something to hide, Sonny. I think that's exactly what makes men fall head over heels for them.
I know another broad who's all mysterious.
Oh yeah? What's her name? I'll look her up if we have a file on her.
Marty, shut up.
Oh, you mean me, right?
All mysterious, full of secrets, and grace.
I didn't even hear that, Marty.
Olivia Blackwig.
Do we have a file on a woman called Olivia Blackwig? She's currently working as Ibn Wessler's assistant.
We don't have a file on her, but there are a few Blackwigs that could be related to her. Mountain goat, crow, or caiman.
Crow.
Crow, around 30 to 35. A very pretty socialite.
Maybe we have a catch then. Theodore Blackwig was a rather influential banker until he went bankrupt. He died a few years back, but his daughter could have ended up in the same social circles as Ibn.
And since they lost their money, she took a job as his assistant.
Yeah, it would fit the picture. But it's a big city, Sonny. There may be more than one Crow family with a Blackwig name living here.
A crow named Blackwig.
Thanks, Mon.
I'm glad I could help, boys, as always. If it doesn't take a lot of my time, that is.
We know, we know. We're not even here anymore.
Bosco. Nope. Oh, the chief's no longer here. All right, let's just go to the weekend house. We're stalling.
Well, if there's one thing I'd learned during 20 years of detective work, it's that if someone wants to meet you at a remote location at night, you should bring an army for backup. One time, me and Marty were stupid enough to underestimate a situation like that, and we never really recovered. And yet, here we were again, about to step alone into something hauntingly familiar.
Okay, it seems like it's leaning
Only one
towards...
tactic remained, as the old dogs say. Balls to the wall.
It seems like we're getting a setup for Natasha to be dead, or is that a
This place gives me the creeps.
I wouldn't say I like it either.
flashback?
Let's take a look around before we go inside.
Textbook.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
Shut up, Marty.
Damn.
It's not a good sign.
Maybe she just lost it when she hurried into the house.
Yeah, right.
Do you think it belongs to Natasha?
No idea. Do you think I measured her feet when I was in a room?
Not sure I want to know, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Partner of mine, I would not be surprised if you're into feet.
So, this is the word. What can I say? The message is loud and clear.
Yeah, what matters is who is it for and what does it mean?
I can't misunderstand that if I wanted to.
We'll see.
Wait a second, did that bimbo put a spell on you? As you used to say, don't let it cloud your objective judgment, Boss Bird.
Watch who you're talking to, boy.
Yeah, like, who else would it be for besides Natasha? What would we be describing besides the idea of being a whore?
Chicken police, hands up.
Marty, that's enough.
We can't take the shotgun yet? Is that it? Alright, let's go inside.
Marty, before we enter, did you bring Big Bertha?
Of course. She's in the trunk.
It's time to get Her Majesty.
Oh, we are
out.
bringing the shotgun out.
That's what I like to hear.
Let's go.
Hello, my beauty.
Just don't point it at me.
Aw, scared? Take it easy. I swore I'm not gonna shoot you again.
Very gallant of you, partner.
What, are you still pissed at me? I'm happy to remind you why you got shot the first time.
I get it. Just shut the fuck up already.
I do want to know why Marty shot him the first time.
It's the nothing.
What was that?
Forget it. Just an old quote from a movie. It means it's fucking dark in here.
Flashlight.
I didn't bring one.
Me neither. What a pair of fucking professionals.
Yep.
But you do have a shotgun with you.
We should have shotguns for this kind of deal.
Just keep
Is that
shooting
from an
into
old
the
movie?
air,
No, it's an original.
Figures.
and then the flash of the gun will illuminate the room. Oh no, it's the Impala! With a really huge butt crack for some reason.
She was lying on the floor as if she was sleeping. She looked peaceful. Almost. The
Alright,
large
so
pool of
I was
blood
right that there was
ruined
going to be a
the
dead
picture.
body, but I was wrong about which
Poor,
dead
delicate
body.
Deborah. Maybe you were too pure and innocent for this city. But in the end, its filth pulled you under. You know, no animal can swim in high heels.
Wild gods. Fuck even.
Yeah, it's her. Deborah. The girl who came to my office.
I figured, but what the hell happened? Was it Natasha? Is this what you wanted us to see?
No. I mean, I don't think so, Marty. She seemed very attached to the girl, and I believed her. Furthermore, she has no motive to kill her. Natasha meant some object. Something maybe the killer wanted, too. And the poor girl was trying to protect it.
Did she seem that kind of girl?
She risked a lot simply by coming to see me. She would have done it for her mistress.
Why is she naked? Was it sexual?
That is a
And
good
there's
question.
No sign of struggle. She seems untouched. Maybe she knew her.
I mean,
assailant.
aside from the bleeding.
Was it lover?
This looks premeditated. So far, the messages have appeared in weird places, but this is a new level. It's no longer just about empty threats.
Well, maybe Natasha's on her way here right now. Or she was already here and something happened to her, too. Kidnapped. Or worse.
Those are possibilities, but we can't wait. We don't have time for guessing. Search the house. Search everything. The room's not trashed. Whoever did this wasn't looking for the same thing we are.
Or they knew exactly where to find it. Wait, what are we looking for exactly?
We're looking for
I
a
have no
thing.
idea, but it's something important. Things like that have a way of getting noticed when you come across them.
Amen to that.
Oh no, that was her tail. Because she's an impala. It's like you don't just have a human body. You still have other animal parts. Like that just looked like a weird extended butt crack at a glance. But no, it's just her tail.
The message. Here too.
Yes, but this isn't about Deborah, and wasn't meant for her.
It was meant for Natasha.
Obviously.
What have we gotten ourselves into, Sonny?
I don't know, Marty, but let's get ourselves out of it as soon
We've
as
gotten ourselves into a murder case. It was just supposed to be blackmail, only it took a turn for the worse.
Anything interesting in there?
Yeah, I think there is.
What did I pick up?
SN. Could be the initials of a person, a place, a company, or a club. Too many possibilities. But we must find out where it's from.
It could be a person, place, or thing.
We should call the department. Anonymously, of course.
Do you still remember the number? I haven't called my own workplace in years.
Cretin. Of course I remember. 555-111.
Is it? Since when?
Since they invented the telephone.
Yeah, of course. No, I knew that. I was just testing you.
Yeah, right.
I wonder if this is going to limit my time in searching. But it is the right thing to do.
Clarville PD, how can I help you?
Is this Monica?
I found a corpse. A woman. She's dead. Cold. The address is Rochester Street 37, Flowerville.
Sir, please, would you repeat that?
Rochester Street 37. Write it down and hurry up for the sake of the wild ones. Hurry!
Oh
hurry.
God, I can't
Like
believe
a
that the
pro.
dead have
Like
this
I've done it
body.
before.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot.
How can you forget a case like that? How many times have you seen a three-headed monkey in your life?
I have a memory of a chicken, you know?
That's for sure. Now let's get the hell out of here.
Well, we're still looking. We still have stuff to do.
This must be Natasha's family.
Wealthy.
Do you think she's from the Stavonian Tsar's family?
Oh, nobody could have survived that massacre. But I'm sure this family was also close to the fire.
What is she doing here anyway? What, an alias? Keeping secrets, and now this case? Do you think it's all connected somehow?
Well, it has to be connected
not
to
draw
the
hasty
bloody New
conclusions,
Year's
Marty.
Eve. And we still don't know what happened there. We just know that that was just about like a year ago. Is this an award?
Damn, just like in the adventure books. Rich animals are all insane.
You have a point.
Okay, what did that do, though?
Oh, you can't be serious. Is this some kind of...
Yeah, it's a riddle, Marty.
But it doesn't make any sense. Why use something as simple as this when a 4-digit number is almost impossible?
An idle whim, or the riddle has a meaning.
Maybe. 4 animals into 4 places. What does it represent?
Think, Marty. Where did we see 4 animals holding something in their hands?
Probably the family photo. There.
Look at those clothes. Could it be a military family?
Maybe. or Stavonian fashion.
Your intuition always astounds me, Marty. What would I do without you?
And there you go.
We can't take it with us, but remember what you've seen.
Yes, sir, Boss Bird, sir.
Huh. What happened when I moved the thing? Oh, there's actually not really that much to look at. Oh, hold on. Wait, have we seen 4 animals holding something up at any given time? Well, there's white, black, black, and black. I don't know if that's...
It's an exceptionally beautiful piece. What does it depict, I wonder?
I have no idea, Sonny. It's so art, I'm scared to have an opinion.
Right. Let's check our clues. I honestly do not remember where I might have seen 4 animals holding something. Let's see, there's pelican, lamb, tiger, four is the fox, 5 is a lion, 6 is that, 7 is that. So there's 7 choices. How long would it take me to brute force this puzzle? Ah, it actually took me about 4 minutes
could
to
this
brute
be?
force the puzzle.
Maybe a piece of a painting.
And there's some kind of squiggle on it. The signature of the painter? Yeah, I can't make it out.
I wish I was able to see this thing. Oh, hold on.
It's a piece of a painting. Judging by how well it was hidden, I'm sure this is what Natasha wanted to show us.
But what is it even a painting
So a
of?
piece of a painting? That's it? And what's that smear on it?
It's too illegible to be a signature.
What's that
It could be
smear?
anything.
Well, maybe Natasha can
It's
help
blood.
us. After all, this is what you wanted to show us, isn't it?
Well, that's if we find her. She should be here by now.
True. Well, then what's next? How about we peck around town some more?
We could do that, but I think we should gather what we know and try to figure out where we can go from here. Bourbon in my office?
You know what? After all this, I could use a drink.
Right answer.
All right. Let us return to Hotel Atlas
We
to
have
gather
no
our
choice
thoughts
but
with
to
whiskey.
continue the investigation where it started.
I mean, you had lots of choices.
In that shady little apartment I called home.
You get
The
plenty of
only
choices,
lead was
really.
the list Fillmore gave us, with all those imposing names on it. But what could it mean? And why did Natasha keep it secret from
Ah,
us?
Sam Spade is on
And
the
most
list.
importantly, what did all this have to do with Deborah's death? The trail started to get cold, and so did the air outside. There was something unsettling in the black clouds, hiding all the stars. I prayed that they didn't bring an early snowfall. The night was already painful enough.
So, what are we doing here?
We're
Trying to calm
drinking
down.
whiskey.
I'll have a shot.
Sure you will.
And we're trying to put the pieces together, of course. Figure out what's next.
And what is next, Boss Bird?
Let's take a look at what we've learned so far. So, how did this whole case
Oh.
start?
So how did the case start? Well, Deborah strange threats. Think. Oh, there we go. Oh, so it's not. Natasha and the threats. Well, what's the connection? They make her suspicious? She's a source of them. They were clearly addressed to her.
Yeah, the threats are meant for Natasha, no doubt about that.
Um. Gun, no. There's Olivia. But it's not any of the clues here.
But there was something Natasha didn't speak about.
She showed it to us? No. She lied about it? I would say she forgot to mention.
Natasha is terrified, and she's in real danger. But she kept this list hidden from us. It seems too important to keep it a secret.
And then there's, of course, Deborah, who's dead. But are we looking at Eben? Not now. Yeah, Lewis.
But what could we do with this list? I know only one person who moves in circles high enough to know where it's from. Lewis. We must ask him if we want to get out of this dead end.
All right. Oh, we've solved the case. Good job, us.
So, the card is, maybe a dead end. The piece of painting, too.
At least
But
for
the
now.
list Philmar gave us.
Exactly. Full of those imposing names. And I only know one person who moves in similar circles.
The owner of the.
Yes, Marty. It's Lewis. Exactly.
Of course, it's Lewis. But where do we find the Bunny Man?
Well, since he owns this building, I'm hoping he's here. It's worth a call.
You know his number?
By heart. 555-932. I wrote it down in my notebook as well.
Oh, you are a professional, Boss Bird.
All right. Where's the phone? 555 5, 9, 3, 2.
Hey, Lewis, sorry to disturb you again. Could you come over to my place? I have a question for you. It's very important. It's about a case.
A real case with the chicken police? Of course, Sonny.
Yeah, I get the impression that Lewis is head over heels about the fact that Sonny Featherland of the Chicken Police is the only resident in his hotel.
Thanks, Lewis. Again.
Oh, don't mention it. Besides, it was my big dream to help you with a serious case.
Well, let's hope you can help. What can you tell me about this list, old pal?
Well, these names. I know half of them personally. Maybe even more.
I knew it.
But I have no idea what kind of list this is.
Here we go.
But these are all members of the upper class, politicians, business people. Oh my. Even the commander of the Royal Guard.
Damn.
But I really don't know what it means.
So, is it a dead end?
I'm afraid so.
Deborah, the girl who came to me tonight.
Yes, she's a very lovely young lady.
Where did you take her after you two left?
Where she asked me to Flowerville.
Flowerville? Rochester Street 37?
Yes, exactly. Why?
Luck.
Did something happen?
Nothing good, Lewis. Nothing good.
This?
This?
Oh, my goodness.
Do you recognize the calling card? The SN?
See, I also have one of these.
A card? Like this? Really?
Yes. It's a membership card to a very exclusive club.
How exclusive?
Very.
That's what I'm talking about.
What does SN mean, Lewis?
It's the sweltering Nile.
But that's a...
Well, yes, it's a brothel, but it's not like that. It's something completely different.
Calm down, Lewis. We're not going to tell anybody.
Thank you so much. It is rather embarrassing.
Listen, Lewis. How do we get in?
You want to get in? Well, if you show them this card, they'll surely let you in, but it will be obvious you're not regulars there.
We're used to that.
So, are we going to a luxury brothel?
Correct, Marty. Thanks for the help, Lewis. I owe you one. For the third time today, I think.
What do you know about Hobart Eben Whistler?
I don't know what you said to him, but after you finished, he almost immediately van disappeared.
Really? That's suspicious.
That is suspicious,
Or he had
especially
business
since we didn't
elsewhere.
really
It's New Year's Eve.
confront him that
Everybody's
much.
going somewhere.
What about Natasha
I
Katsenko?
didn't see her after the show. If I'm not mistaken, she usually leaves when everyone else has already left.
What else do you know about her, Lewis?
Oh, not much. What everybody knows. She was a dancer, then a backing singer, then star, and then club owner.
We found out as much already. Do you think she'd fled the Stavonian massacre? That's why the secrecy.
Do you mean the massacre of the royal family? I'd say her accent is a dead giveaway, and her name too, though it's undoubtedly an alias.
So it's possible that she is a part of the royal family.
I don't think so. Nobody could have survived that awful night.
You're probably right. What should we know about the place, Lewis? Besides what they're dealing in there.
No, it's an elegant and exclusive place. Not everybody visits them for that, you know. Some animals just go for company.
I see. I guess it's mostly visited by the upper class.
Mostly, yes. The wealthy who have a taste.
Yes, of course.
Is it true what they say, that it's some kind of hidden stronghold of the royalists?
The Nile is a proud herald of the coexistence of all the species. Yes, but stronghold? I don't think so.
But the place must be an eyesore for the separatists, right?
Oh, don't worry for the girls, Sonny. They can defend themselves quite well. The separatists wouldn't dare to go near the place.
Well,
I think
we'll
we're
see what
getting
they have
too
to say
deep
about
into
these
the
two old cocks.
in-world politics.
That was a little bit, equivocal.
Yeah. Let's not refer to the chicken police as a pair of old cocks. That would be a good idea. All right, is there anywhere else for us to go besides the sweltering Nile? The answer is no. Oh, Chapter 2, The Killing.
To Marty's delight, we were heading toward the most exclusive brothel in Clawville.
And Marty is a
Separatists and
womanizer,
those
so...
opposing the monarchy hated the place, just like they hated everything that supported interracial relations and peaceful coexistence of all species. So the place wasn't just a brothel, it was a symbol. But just like a brothel is not a worthy symbol, Clawville failed to turn out the way it was intended.
Well, here we are. The kingdom of long legs, silky skin, and fluttering lashes. We've arrived.
Calm down, Marty. Watch your blood pressure.
All right, so we got ourselves a foxy lady, a zebra, a bird fella, a lemur, and a dog.
These brides are elegant, just like Laszlo said.
Lewis.
What do you think could be the old rabbit's type? Fluffy tails, furry ears, a raspy tongue?
Oh, for the love of all the gods, stop it.
But just think about it.
Please shut up, Marty.
What does that bunny get up to while he's out here?
How young is this girl? Damn.
This place is clubbed up.
Do you think they're forced to do this?
Marty, we're not here for that. Just for the information we need.
Yeah, but you know what, Sonny? We're fortunate to be able to choose what we do with our lives, huh?
You are, Marty. You have the chance to work with Santino Featherland. Me, on the other hand.
Aha.
This risky photos.
That woman, she's familiar.
Do you think it's her? The broad from the Bloody New Year's?
God damn it, Marty. Do you have to say it out loud? It gives me goosebumps.
Chicken bumps, more like.
Anyway, I don't know if it's really her. I always get confused by the exotic ones, but yeah, maybe.
Honestly, it gives me the creeps.
Yeah, me too.
It is amazing how seriously this game takes its subject matter.
Holy fur. You swallowed so hard, the whole place shook.
Are you kidding me? I've never seen anything like this before. Is this even legal?
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. Vice?
You really must be joking. Vice in Clawville?
Okay, I was pulling your leg. But still, it's a little hot in here.
Well, cool down, Marty. Don't even look over there. Remember Laura, your wonderful girlfriend, whom you love more than anything.
You don't need to tell me. All I'm thinking about is her.
With a hatchet in her hand.
More like my nuggets.
That's...
Laura, Laura.
That's it, Marty. Just slowly turn away from the pictures.
Yep, don't look at the mostly nude ladies with the snake head and the poodle head. I would say the poodle head is more like the poodle face is more grotesque than the snake face. It like hey, foxy lady. Oh wait, there's another picture.
I don't even know. Good gods!
Hey, keep it down, Marty.
I see it now. Of all that's furry.
Yes, it's very furry. Or more like, shaggy.
This feels like these two partners have discovered porn for like the first time in their lives.
This picture, this one's really artistic for a change.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Would you be so kind as to help me?
With pleasure, ma'am.
The zipper always comes down on my dress. Would you kindly zip it back up?
Can I, Sonny?
What am I, your mother? Do what you want, for God's sake.
Happy to help, ma'am.
Oh, what a gallant young man.
Clucking lords.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, no, I failed the task.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I try again?
If you'd really like to, please be more careful this time.
I will be, ma'am.
You have to be like really, really gentle with the...
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I try again?
All right. We don't want to move the needle. We just want to zip up the... Son of a... Why is this so difficult?
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
This is the most difficult part of any game ever. Okay, I think the issue is my cursor cannot leave the zipper. Which makes for the slowest... Oh, son of a... The slowest zip possible. And also, like, the cursor is constantly, like, going left and right. Almost. Ah, jeez. Why does your dress have so much zipper? Did you buy your dress from the Zipper King? Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh.
Marty, ma'am. Marty McChicken.
Thank you, darling Marty. I'm much obliged.
Anytime, ma'am. Anytime.
May I invite you gentlemen for a drink, perhaps?
No, thank you. We're in a hurry.
Oh. She's what I call an exotic beauty.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Hey, every animal's the most beautiful thing in the world to someone.
Yeah, you're right.
Oof, I don't know about you, but I go weak in the knees for stripes.
Please, Marty, I don't want to know. And I don't care. Keep it to yourself. And let's get out of here quickly.
Can't I even talk to you anymore?
You can. Ask about the weather, or how's my lower back. Those two are even connected if you want to know.
Yeah, old fart. Yeesh. That guy's stare gives me the creeps.
I can see why.
I've always told myself that birds are weird.
What did you just say?
Huh? What? Me? Nothing?
Marty, you're a bird. Receptionist.
I think she must be the receptionist.
Wow, it gave it away.
Bravo, Mr. Detective.
Why'd you have to be like that all the time?
Well, sometimes I seriously can't decide if you've become totally stupid over the years, or it just entertains you to act that way.
Well, you know, that's a good question.
That's exactly what I mean.
My name is Day-Night Diamond. Welcome to the sweltering Nile, gentlemen.
Day-Night Diamond?
I'm Sonny, and this is my partner, Marty.
If I may, miss, you have a beautiful name and exceptionally wonderful stripes.
Marty, not now.
Oh, thank you very much.
Please excuse him. He doesn't visit places like this very often. Me neither, to be honest.
Oh, nothing to worry about, gentlemen. There's a first time for everyone.
You're absolutely right.
We're just interested in a certain lady called Deborah.
Deborah. We don't have any employees by that name right now, but if you want, any of our girls would love to be Deborah for a night.
No. Excuse me, you misunderstand. She doesn't work here.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
It's kind of confusing, but let me try to explain.
Please, I'm at your service. I'll gladly answer any of your questions.
And
You hear that?
don't
Sonny?
cock on up.
Any questions?
Shut up, Marty.
All right.
Have you been working here long, miss?
Almost 5 years, sir.
And do you like your job?
Very much so. I think it's only worth doing anything if you honestly enjoy it.
You hear that, Sonny? You should take that advice.
I'm on it, Marty. I'm trying to get myself fired if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, and me too.
Collateral damage.
What do you know about this strange list of names?
Does this list mean anything to you?
This? I'm not sure. No, nothing.
Don't you see some familiar names on there?
I do, but everybody knows those animals. Personally, I have no contact with any of them.
I see. Oh, thank you. Do you know a gentleman named Louis C. Hayworth?
Of course I do. Mr. Hayworth is a regular guest at our establishment.
I see. How regular, if I may ask?
I can't give you any information about that. House policy.
We have that too. It's called the law, ma'am.
If you have any questions of that nature, please come back with a warrant.
Touche.
Look, she gave this to us. The girl named Deborah, the one we asked you about.
I see.
Do you know what this is?
Of course. It's a membership card.
Was this person a regular here?
If this belonged to her, then yes. I can check for you. Please, the ladies will entertain you while you wait. I'll be right back.
Thank you. Much obliged.
What kind of entertainment are we talking about?
I apologize for the wait. Please, come with me, gentlemen.
So you were successful.
My mistress, Madame Zavas, would like to meet you.
You mean that, Madame Savas?
As far as I know, there's only one of her, so Yes,
Please, miss, take us to her.
with pleasure.
Madame Zavas was a legend in Clawville. Her name was known all over the wilderness. She's an avid royalist, former member of the Council of 12, spy master, assassin, businesswoman, and courtesan. To be honest, I didn't even know she was still alive. She's no spring chicken, that's for sure. She could also be my mother, or maybe my grandmother. First Ibn Wessler, now her. Honestly, tonight it wouldn't surprise me if His Majesty Hector III didn't grace me with his presence.
Which also seems like this case is a little bit more than just the owner of a club being threatened.
Interesting pieces.
Do you think so? It's the art of my people.
Crocodiles?
There are many kinds of crocodile in the wilderness, Mr. Featherland. This is the art of the Nilenites.
Ah, hence the name, the sweltering Nile.
It's a river, Mr. Featherland. My ancestors lived by this river a long time ago.
Ah, interesting.
Thank you.
Is that the time already?
Have you noticed your clock's not working?
How observant you are. That clock isn't meant to show the time. It's a decoration. A memento.
But does the time
beautiful.
11:45 mean anything?
There's something weird about that clock.
Huh.
What a painting. Congratulations, ma'am.
Marty.
Yes. It's beautiful indeed. It's more than 40 years old. You know, I was considered pretty then.
Oh, don't say that. You still look great, ma'am.
Thank you. It feels
Marty
good,
would
but
hit
no,
it.
There's no need for lies. Those days are long gone. Every age has its truth and its beauty. For me, beauty is not in the looks anymore.
I
Once
agree,
ag-
ma'am.
Once again, Marty would still hit it. Every kind of book. Wow. We've got One Key to the Animal Mind by Dr. Seuss Quetzalcoatl. The Red Pig. 49 Years of the Reptile. The Death of the Horse.
There are books here on quite a variety of topics.
Slime and Punishment. 7 Pieces of My Mind. Owls Don't Blink. I've got some fun owl trivia for you. Did you know that owls are very bad at telling knock-knock jokes? It's true. Anytime an owl tries to tell a knock-knock joke, it's always... Who's there? Who? 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 It just doesn't work out. And it's always the same every single time. Madame Zavas.
So she is the legendary Madame Zavas.
Madame Zavas.
Let me introduce myself properly, ma'am.
Mr. Santino, I know who you are. And I also know your partner. The legend of the Chicken Police is always one step ahead of the Chicken Police.
Thank you. That's flattering.
That is a amazing line.
May I ask what you are looking for exactly? Here on this night?
You know, that's an interesting question. The card we've shown your lovely colleague.
Belongs to an old friend of ours, whom we haven't seen for a long time here.
And the name?
Unfortunately, no, Mr. Santino. That's confidential information. In my line of work, discretion is everything.
Well, you know, in our line of work, the law is above everything.
Oh, do you think so? I could tell you what your colleagues think is also above everything. But, as I said, discretion.
Look, ma'am, we don't want to impose. We're conducting a private investigation, which started off as harmless, but now it's murder.
That sounds serious.
It is
Oh, yeah.
serious. That's why we'd be grateful for your help.
In that case, I'm at your service. Ask your questions, and I'm going to answer to the best of my knowledge. As long as you're not wading through muddy waters.
Fortunately, I swim very well for a chicken.
I swim well, too.
Right. Tell me about the strange card.
As I was saying, it belongs to us. Only our most valuable guests have one of these. And our employees.
So
of course.
this card might not
The
have belonged
employees,
to
too. Good to know.
a guest.
Can you
It
tell
might
me
also
if
have been
this
an
card
employee.
belonged to a guest or an employee?
No.
I thought so. Yes, thank you.
So was this not Deborah's card, or is this somebody else?
Louis Hayworth is a good friend of mine. It surprises me that he's a regular here.
You wouldn't believe our clientele. You would be shocked.
No doubt. Louis, does he come here often?
Not so often.
Thank you for the vague answer, ma'am.
The mystery is thrilling. The thrill is life itself.
That was beautiful, ma'am.
Tell me, have you ever seen this list?
I have.
Am I right to assume it has something to do with the sweltering Nile?
It does, yes. But I can't tell you more about it. No.
Which is
Discretion
why the list
key.
is only men.
Absolutely.
Do you know Natasha Katsenko personally?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about her.
Warm-hearted, protective, quick-tempered, fierce. Yes, fierce.
She's warm-hearted
Thank
and
you.
quick-tempered.
Very useful.
This place isn't just our home with the girls. It's a sanctuary.
Really? How?
It symbolizes why the city was founded almost 1,000 years ago. Unity, love, freedom.
Interbreeding?
That too, yes. Do you have a problem with that?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't. My girlfriend's a predator.
Really? I'm glad to hear it.
Oh, okay. So it's not interbreeding as in, like... It's interbreeding as in, like, different species. Not, like, interfamilial.
Deceit is everything to Zavos. She used to be a spy, so I'm gonna take her every word with a grain of salt.
Who's behind the legend, Miss Zavos? Who are you really?
Who's behind the legend, Miss Zavos? Who are you, really?
Just an animal raised to survive, Mr. Featherland. And because I've been taught, I know how to survive. I always was what I had to be.
And you managed to dodge my question. Clever.
Well, you see, this is one of the typical elements of survival. The way of dodging a delicate question and still making the questioner believe he got the answer. But you're too cunning and experienced, aren't you? You're not an easy one to fool.
I'm trying to maintain appearances, ma'am.
You should. Appearances, most of the time, are stronger and more dangerous than the truth.
Let's see, were you really the king's spy? I'm not going to get a straight answer. Isn't it dangerous being a royalist nowadays?
Isn't it dangerous being a royalist nowadays?
You know, Mr. Featherland, those that are genuinely dedicated never care about danger. That's something you must know even better than I.
Do you think it's my loyalty that motivates me the most? If you do, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Maybe you're not loyal to the police, Mr. Featherland, but you are to your own principles and ideals. Am I right?
That's true, but you're avoiding the question. Why did you stay in the king's employment after the scandals that are making half the city riot? What makes you still believe so much in the institution of monarchy?
You know, I always adapt, but only to a degree where I still don't have to give up myself and my ideals for the sake of survival.
You'd rather die then?
Maybe it would seem too dramatic or even romantic to you, but yes, exactly.
I'm sorry to doubt you, but I've always thought your kind was rather compromised.
Do you mean spies or crocodiles?
Spies, of course.
I must disappoint you, but there aren't many groups as loyal and unwavering as the spies, Mr. Featherland.
If you're telling me, ma'am, I believe you.
What is the sweltering Nile? Is it really just a luxury brothel? Why did you decide to open a brothel?
Why did you decide to open a brothel?
You know, this place used to be an orphanage. Then after the Great Avian Plague, a hatchery. Then young mothers lived here who had nowhere else to go. That's when I took over.
Young mothers and prostitutes. That feels like a sharp turn.
No, it didn't happen like that, of course. The process took 20 years, but one thing remains the same. I wanted to help girls who had nothing and no one. To help them.
And this was the best you could do, helping them sell their bodies.
You see things very superficially, Mr. Featherland. We're a family who helped each other even at the worst of times, took care of each other, and what's most important, survived. Yes, survive, no matter the cost.
And it's the cherry on top of the most treasured secrets of the rich and famous.
Very insightful, Mr. Featherland. There's truth to that. Knowledge is power, as they say. And we know a lot about powerful animals that could be used as weapons. Or the opposite. That could avert a war.
If I guess who this card belongs to, will you tell me?
If I guess who the card belongs to, will you tell me?
I wouldn't say that's an acceptable price for such a secret as this, but if you guess right, I won't lie to you. Then, I will tell you you were right. Yes.
Good. Let's see. The answer to my question. Natasha Katsenko.
Well, Mr. Featherland, it seems the gossip about you is right. What gave it away?
It couldn't have been easier. There's a beautiful woman with a mysterious past, trying to keep it a secret, while someone's threatening her with the exact same thing, leaving rather unmistakable messages behind. Plus, we found the card on Deborah, who was her best friend and confidant, so she was either trying to hide it or destroy it forever, so no one could find out the truth. Am I right so far?
Which is probably why we have the graffiti marked whore. Somebody must have found out that Natasha Katsenko was an employee or one of the girls at the brothel at the Sweltering Nile.
Indeed, Mr. Featherland.
So if I'm not mistaken, Natasha used to work for you before she met Ibn Wessler. He fell in love with her, gave her a job at the Millions Club. The rest is history.
You have talent, Mr. Featherland. I'm really sorry you're not working for the government.
I am working for the government. I'm a cop.
Are you sure, Mr. Featherland?
Touché.
Indeed. Natasha used to work here. We can put it that way, but you know, this isn't just a workplace. She also lived here. She was part of our family, and we still love her very much.
Right. That puts everything in a different light. Zavos is a true survivor, always was. And she's proud of that, even to this day. Maybe I can get her to trust me if I play to this part of her.
You tried to protect her. From what?
You tried to protect her. From what?
Natasha came to me penniless, cold to the bone, and wounded. She was only 17 years old. Even if she were my enemy, I would have taken her in until she recovered. Yes, I'm like that. I was raised to be like that.
Haven't you seen any opportunities for profit? Or were you guided by pure animal goodness?
Is that so hard for you to believe?
I think
in
that,
this city,
worldly women like you try to turn every position to their advantage. I hope I don't offend you.
On the contrary. But no. I didn't see any opportunities in a girl who could barely speak our language, who was starving and wounded and obviously running from something. In fact, I was taking unnecessary risks because of her.
you knew you were taking a risk, yet you still took her in. Why?
You knew you were taking a risk, yet you still took her in. Why?
I don't know, Mr. Featherland. These things can't always be rationally explained. Not even when I've lived my whole life based on reason, on logic, almost every step calculated.
So Natasha came and turned your whole life upside down. She's like that, isn't she?
It's in her nature, yes. Poor thing can't help it. She's like a tornado. She usually takes everything with her.
That's quite an apt metaphor. But I have to agree.
Did she sweep you away, too?
I don't know yet, madam. I'm clinging firmly to the ground.
Do you know where Natasha came from before Clawville?
Do you know where Natasha came from before Clawville?
Naturally. The poor dear couldn't even deny it. Even her name's eloquent, her accent, but mostly her manners, Mr. Featherland. She's from Stovos, and she belonged to the upper class of Stavonian social circles. She could barely even speak the language when I first met her.
That's all you know about her. An ex-spy like you must have checked up on her new protege's past.
That's the most exciting thing. Yes, I have. Multiple times putting my most treasured connections to good use. But nobody found anything. Natasha's trail could only be traced back to the Stavonian border. What happened in that country, no one knows.
It's rather curious, don't you think?
It is, Mr. Featherland, yes, curious. That's why I've always been rather fond of Natasha.
Because Natasha might actually be royalty.
Left you.
Indeed, it did.
Zavos is protective. It seems she's dedicating her whole life to her proteges. If I concentrate on that, maybe she'll open up to me.
Have you kept in touch?
Have you kept in touch?
Only occasionally, Mr. Featherland. She writes to me every few weeks, and very rarely we talk on the phone. But I haven't heard from her in weeks. The truth is, I've started to worry about her.
Did she give no sign of being in trouble?
Never. No. Natasha's not the kind to talk about her feelings.
No, she's very closed off.
I've noticed that myself.
Were you angry at her for leaving? afraid she might blab secrets now. When was the last time you saw her, Madame Zavas?
When was the last time you saw her, Madame Zavas?
Maybe around 2 months ago. There was a ball, attended by Ibn Wessler, his beautiful mate Natasha, and myself. Yes.
Was she herself? Did you feel like she was afraid or worried about something?
On the contrary, she was unrestrained, free, radiant. She was in love. Yes, in her own unique way.
What do you mean?
You know Natasha loves on a different level than most Clawville women. Or most women in the wilderness, in fact. Maybe it's because of the Stovonian origins. Perhaps it's something else.
So you didn't notice anything strange about her?
Well, if anything could be called strange, it was that I saw a woman positively floating above the ground, who previously used to stand on it with 2 feet.
I see. Thank you, madam.
So she used to be incredibly happy, and then something went wrong. How did you feel when you learned Natasha was going to leave?
How did you feel when you learned Natasha was going to leave?
Honestly, I was very hurt. I loved her as a daughter. How would you have felt?
I couldn't say.
And I still couldn't stop her, and you know why?
Of course I do. Because you loved her.
You've been in my shoes before, am I right, Detective? Yes, I can feel
Because
that.
his wife
This
had
isn't
left
about
him.
me, madam. Please stop changing the subject.
I have felt betrayed on a certain level. Yes, and offended, and alone. Even amongst all my friends.
Were you disappointed in her?
Only in myself, Mr. Featherland. But I have a hunch you know this feeling very well.
Yes, you're right. Well, thank you for your time, madam.
Anytime, Detective. Yes, anytime.
How did we do? Good enough. The true detective. Natasha worked at the Sweltering Nile brothel before Ibn Wessler discovered her, probably at the brothel himself, and got her out of there.
Please, gentlemen, wait here a moment. I would like to show you something that could help you.
Oh, that's excellent news. Thank you. We will wait.
Are we gonna get
Trust her?
gassed?
Not in the slightest. Even her smile is fake. This woman wallowed in other animals' secrets.
Are we gonna get
until
gassed
she
and knocked
became
out?
one too.
That's exactly how I feel.
Anyway, now that we're here, we can take a better look around.
Just what I was thinking.
Yes, this is the Zavas from the legends. Beautiful and deadly.
Oh no. How am I? Okay, I don't think I can brute force this one. Wait. There's 49 years of the reptile. 7 pieces of my mind. Let's try 749.
A hidden door. Who'd have thought?
She is a legendary ex-spy.
Well, this is something I've never understood. Why isn't a key good enough? I mean, you can take that with you, but riddles can be solved by anyone.
I don't think many animals get to be in this room, Marty. And the other thing is...
Maybe she wanted us to find it.
Exactly what I'm thinking.
Why else
Who
would she have
knows?
left the room?
Anyway,
Leaving
we're
the
going
chicken
in.
police on their own to investigate. Alright, I think I'm going to stop here for the night. Got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.